Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the weekly update. I am your host, Patriot Dad. Appreciate it, y'all already in the chat, folks, doing the hero's work. We did it, repost the live. Welcome, everybody. Yes, welcome, everybody, to the chat. Welcome, everybody, to the live stream. Again, like I said, this is the weekly update, October 11th, 2025. We're going to go into the stories from the week. This week has been interesting. There's a lot of international things. There's a lot of domestic things to discuss. We just have a lot of things in general to discuss, guys. So we're going to get into it here real quickly. But first, make sure you go visit the profile. Go to the website there, patriotdad.org. You can find the different ways to support me. So go ahead and get that pulled up. You can go there with me real quick and see that this is my link tree replacement done by Siraj and his great work. So if you need a Linktree replacement, contact Siraj. You can buy me a coffee. You can buy some merch. You can go to my Discord channel. You can check out my business, and my business is Discord. You can also follow me on X, YouTube, and Rumble. There's also a little spiel down here, short synopsis of me and what I do and where I've been. So guys, check that out. Also, you can see here there is a live schedule. We are live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with the evening update. That is our evening news replacement. So you can get your evening news for that day and maybe one day prior. We're going to go over a couple of days worth of news there on the evening update. And if you want to just wait until the weekend and join us here on Saturdays at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern, you can get the entire week's recap. I try and pick the best stories from the week or the worst, depending on which category we're talking about, because this week has just been there's a couple of stories in here, guys, that are dark. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. So we'll get into those here in just a second, but you can also see Topic Exchange, where I co-host with Titan Shell here for the Questionable Gardener Show, Tuesdays at 8:45 p.m., and Shell, as well as Christina, has a Bible space, Journey Through the Bible, on Sundays at 4 p.m., so check them out tomorrow. And we're going to get right into it, guys. We're starting off with a shorter immigration section. I kind of pared it down. There's a lot of stories to go over in immigration lately. They kind of bleed over from law enforcement to immigration. It's a lot of things to do with ICE, a lot of things to do with Antifa. So I've kind of paired a couple of them out. There aren't too many major developments this week in those categories. But here's a big one. We covered this, I believe, last week. Want to know how corrupt Sanctuary in New York is? Well, guess what? They're giving CDLs to people that are called No Name Given. That's the name that they put on a commercial driver's license. This is not supposed to be legal. This is not supposed to be happening. But one nice thing that we learned this week in an update is, as a follow-up, No Name Given has been found and arrested in Oklahoma. So this story is a good story. That means that our law enforcement folks are doing their job. They're catching illegal immigrants that are here with CDLs and other illegally obtained or just compromising IDs. Some states like New York, California, and others issue driver's licenses and other legal identification cards to illegal immigrants. I disagree with this. I think it's a bad practice. I think it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because what they end up doing with these ID cards is they turn around and do things like register to vote, register for public services that we always get told, you can't get these services, guys. They're not eligible. They're illegal. How would they possibly register for these services? Well, an ID like this will allow them to do it. So it's good to see that Mr. No Name Given has been found and removed from the street, no longer driving a very large big rig that could kill a lot of people, because that's one of those things. Not only should they not be here, but when criminal aliens start killing citizens of this country, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy that should have never occurred, especially when you have things like this. Fitness instructor from Kentucky is speaking out for the first time since being raped and savagely beaten by an illegal Haitian with a long criminal record. This is far too common, where we see these criminals are being released over and over, either from sanctuary city policies, progressive state policies, or any other reason, really. District attorneys judges that are appointed by progressives or funded by people like George Soros and Nigel Singham, like any of these things can lead to this. But this woman came forward and is speaking out. She was beaten so badly over and over, didn't understand why. I didn't know this man. Hard to believe there was someone like that on the streets allowed to repeatedly commit crimes. Yeah. Yes, it is very surprising that these people are allowed to remain on the streets, are allowed to continue to victimize people like you and me. It's obscene. It shouldn't be happening, but it's being done, and it's being done intentionally. These people are allowed to terrorize citizens, to keep citizens afraid, to keep them in a state of fear and panic, because Democrats will turn around and tell you, I can help fix this problem. If only you give me more money and more power over your life. The woke totalitarian ideology is your friend. We will take over your entire life. You will have zero responsibilities. Zero. We'll do everything for you. Just give us all the power and most of your money, and we'll take care of all of it. That's their excuse. That's why they keep you afraid. That's why they keep these criminals on the street. Kara says, real ID is no less. Yeah, that's true. Jump through hoops because your birth certificate seal had been flattened. Oh gosh, Karen, that's annoying as heck. Sith Master, there's a push for digital ID. We must squash this. Yes, that's happening over in the UK right now. Do not be surprised when they try to bring it here. And it's going to be the Democrats. It's going to be the progressive and the woke cities are going to try and pilot these things at a state level or a local level first. And they're going to try to point to them. Look at how much safer it is when we know who's here. Well, you know how else we know who's here? You keep all the criminal aliens out. But this guy had been in and out of the court system. He'd been doing bad things. It almost ended up with this lady losing her life. But she was raped. She was victimized because of an illegal from Haiti. Democrats want to give him free health care. We'll have more on that story later. We're going to continue, though. A sex offender here, 0 Hour. His post lets us know this sex offender from Liberia used a fake birth certificate, enrolled in a high school, and started sleeping with all the students. ICE found out and moved in and arrested his ass. These are the people the Democrats are marching for in the streets. Again, they are not sending us their best. This person was registered in school. It's how does somebody with a fake documents here illegally enroll in a school and start victimizing the children in that school? And yes, it's a high school, but they're still children. This is still an adult victimizing children who has no business being in this country in the first place. None of these victims should be victims. None of these crimes should be occurring because none of these people should be here. Tight Shell says, disgusting, makes me mad. Yeah, it should make everybody mad, guys. These criminal aliens being here and the people that support them they're not pro-America. They're not looking after you. They want you to be the victim. And the progressives, turns out you and me, we are the carbon that they want to reduce in this world. Believe you me. If they could eliminate half the population like Thanos, most of them would do it in a heartbeat because they think that humans are the cancer on this earth. The interesting thing is, maybe that's because they realize they are. Just like in the gun control debate, conservatives view guns as a tool for self-defense and hunting, so we don't fear them. The progressive left and the criminals view guns as a tool to hurt others and to steal and do destructive things. So they do fear guns. They want to take away guns. It's interesting when you look at that viewpoint. So apparently, the left and the right have very different worldviews, which is true. And the left, theirs is just wrong. It's just wrong, guys. It's Shell. Don't call me tight. Well, change your username, Shell. Because when I read your whole username, I have to say Titan Shell. Just saying. I'm trying to be formal here, okay? Gunther here posts, anyone who says that the National Guard isn't needed in Chicago to protect ICE, show them this. There are gangs of people who brazenly break traffic laws, chasing down agents, swerving to hit them. It's a blatant example of how dangerous Dems are making deportations. Just watch it real quick. So they are chasing the pickup truck, just ignoring all traffic laws. You can see the trail of cars following is giving off this vibe. Finally, they forced the agents on the wrong side of the street, guys. Like, it's absolutely crazy. The people that are doing this, like, they need the support of the local police, and places like Chicago are issuing stand-down orders. They're telling the local police not to help ICE. And then they're turning around and complaining when the federal government sends in the National Guard to protect their own assets, their own people. Because if the local government can't handle it, can't provide security, guess what? The Insurrection Act is going to happen, and we will start providing our own security at the federal level. It's just the way it's going to be. And if you don't like it, tough. We're going to leave this, get into law enforcement here. Just yesterday, we had this tragedy that we saw unfold at, was it Precision Energetic Solutions? Something like that. I think that was the name. I wish I had pulled it before. Accurate, sorry, not Precision, Accurate Energetic Solutions. There was 19, I think the number I've seen 18 or 19 people are now missing, unaccounted for. The entire facility is gone, guys. You can see here the level of destruction is complete. This was a place that manufactured explosives for the military and others. Guys, I don't think they're going to find anything. So we'll follow this story on and off. If we do get more answers, we'll provide them. But right now, guys, just pray for the families involved. Pretty much every employee, I believe they were saying, of this company was in these structures gone. So whatever services they provided are gone. It's just really unfortunate to see. Sith Master says, people like that, you must, with people like that, you must be more aggressive. Yeah, that's true. The people that are escalating the things with ICE, they're going to get things escalated against them, and it's not going to end well. Crispy says, clean up the cities. Yeah. 100%. Also, guys, if you wanted to know what climate change looks like, here you go. Because back when the California wildfire happened that took out the Palisades and destroyed thousands of structures and cost billions and billions of dollars in damage, they said, oh, climate change. Climate change is the reason, folks. Ignore the fact that the reservoir was empty and the firefighters didn't have enough water to fight the fire. Ignore the fact that allegedly this guy said it. They have camera footage of him going right to where the fire started and then leaving, and then fire starts and spreads. Just saying. Much more behind the scenes. Looks like so grotesque. Yep. But the thing is, guys, there is a lot more to this story. It's not climate change. It looks to be intentionally set. And now maybe some of the people that were affected by this fire are going to get some more answers. Or we'll get nothing, like we seem to with a lot of these other large events around the country. We've seen assassination attempts on the president, and we still know nothing about the people that did it. We've seen the attacks on Las Vegas. We still know nothing about the shooters in Las Vegas. We don't get any other information. It's kind of crazy. I don't like it. It's silly to me. It proves that our law enforcement is really slacking in a lot of areas. But it also shows that life is not a TV show. Guys, you watch a TV show and everything is just tied up real clean. It's neat. Everything is solved. You got to realize, like, more than half of murders are never solved. Most crimes are never solved. Police are there to take reports. They're there to clean up the mess afterwards. Guys, it's not real life. Don't believe just because you see it on Law and Order doesn't mean that you're going to get that kind of a response. You're not. It is what it is. We're able to find out exactly where the explosives go. No, but the last thing I did see, Sith Master, is that they did provide explosives to the government and to like private people. So I'm guessing it's like demolition charges. But I haven't seen too much more information. The most information I've seen is that it was actually a woman-owned business. Not that that really matters. Unless somebody was trying to parallel park a forklift. Too soon? I don't know, guys. In these dark times, you got to have a little bit of humor. I know some of you were laughing. But that's fine. Why did his parents name him Climate Change? I mean, that's a good question. Maybe they just knew. Maybe they just knew. They're like, this guy's going to do some climate related things later in life. I just know. It's a good question, though. Good question, Crispy. Clown World. Secret Service and NYPD raid bodegas in New York City for stealing EBT funds and debit card info. Apparently, they were running a massive ring of skimmers. Skimmers were scamming people's EBT and debit cards and a lot of these bodegas. So they're stealing pins. They're draining accounts without people's knowledge. And yeah, I'm sure all of the people that own all these bodegas, they were all legal residents. They were all hardworking businessmen. There was nothing untoward about them. I'm sure it was completely above board, except that when Secret Service gets involved, it's usually involves money. Because it turns out, guys, the Secret Service's primary job is about like forgery. In case you didn't know, if you try to make new money, if you are printing your own money, that is the Secret Service's primary job. They also provide protection for, like, Congress people and presidents and everything else. But yeah, turns out preventing the creation of fake money, aside from what the Fed does when they print money, they're allowed to print money. You're not. And these are the people that make sure you can't. But yes, skimming people's numbers off their EBT and debit cards is a crime. And the Secret Service will pay you a visit. A lot of scams with government contracts where the company is woman-owned on paper to take advantage. That is very true, Karen. Very true. There are a lot of things that under prior administrations especially, you could get preferential treatment when it came to applying for grants, applying for contracts with the federal government, if you were veteran-owned, if you were minority-owned, if you were woman-owned. So if you were a woman minority veteran and you had a business, bro, you won the Offense Olympics and you could get almost any contract you put in for. And don't be surprised if there are things like that related here. But like I said, if I do get more information, Karen, I will bring it to you. I just don't have any more at the time. This happened just yesterday. Yeah, guys, bodegas, scummy people skimming numbers and being scammers. It's a lot of scammy. I just can't. One day after there was a fatal Milwaukee police shooting, so a bunch of BLM types rushed to judgment and tried to say that it was obviously the cops' fault. But here's an interesting turn of events. This family did something I have never seen before, and they should be lauded for it. They should get credit for doing so. The family came out and issued this statement.
Once we got an opportunity to actually see the video, there weren't many questions.
One day after an off-duty Milwaukee police officer shot and killed 26-year-old Elijah Wilkes.
Yeah, looks like a future reactor engineer. I don't know what happened. It's terrible.
Wilkes' family and their attorney went before the cameras.
I don't think I've ever come before and did a press conference and said this, but we will acknowledge that we do believe that this officer-involved shooting was justified.
You hear that? The attorney for the family.
He made a decision that he should not have made. And that's just something we have to live with.
Milwaukee police showing Wilkes' mother and attorney B. Ivory Lamar dash camera video from that off-duty officer's personal vehicle Friday, showing the moments before Wilkes' death. It all started with a minor car accident near 49th and Mill Road Thursday morning.
He kind of aggressively maneuvered into this left lane and essentially cut off the off-duty officer at that point.
The pair pulled over, and in describing the video, Lamar says Wilkes got out of the car and pulled a gun.
He does slap the off-duty officer with the firearm.
I'm sorry, he did what?
Off-duty officer with the firearm.
A gun.
He does slap the off-duty officer with the firearm.
Holy buckets.
After which the video does depict Elijah pointing the firearm at the off-duty officer. The off-duty officer did respond, what we believe, in accordance with his training, and did fire off several shots.
The family's attorney says it's unclear to him if Wilkes ever shot his gun.
I don't recall.
I don't think it matters anymore, my guy. Like, That's wild. Karen says Mr. Crump is furious. Yeah, guys, the fact that I bet Al Sharpton is mad. I bet all of the normal race hustlers are very upset at this. But guys, like I said, this family, this attorney, they deserve credit. They are willing to admit, and they do not want to make it worse. Because most people in this situation continue to beat that drum, continue to go after the city, sue for damages, do all these things. Instead, the family said, yo, everyone, now, this was justified. It sucks. You lost a family member, but let's tone it down a bit. Like, credit. I wish more people would do that, because so much dash camera and badge footage has really exonerated the police. All the BLM people pushed for them, saying, oh, 100% body cameras, guys. Body cameras, everyone. All this abuse, body cameras. And what has the body cameras proven? I'd bet 90% or more of the body camera footage is now proving that the officers are justified in their actions. So I'm glad to see the family came out. Multnomah County DA has announced that they were declining to prosecute Nick Sortor. So this was out of Portland. Nick was attacked, and then Nick got arrested. Nick's attacker has not been arrested. We have a story right after this one to show that. But because Nick got arrested after being attacked by Antifa and trying to defend himself, he said, oh, yes, guess what? We are going to sue. We're going to sue, and we're going to demand discovery. As you can see here, Nick Sortor, following our demand for discovery related to Portland PD's coordination with Antifa, the DA has announced they're declining to prosecute. That's because they are afraid of that discovery. They don't want people to dig in to their documents, their communications. I really hope that Nick keeps pushing for this. Civil suits still do discovery. We need to know what level of coordination is happening between the Portland Police Bureau and Antifa. We need to know, as Sam always points out, if I can find it. Let's see if it's in here real quick. Usually you can find Sam's near the top. I do like this. It's a violent terrorist group. Yes, it is. Guys, the big thing, though, not being prosecuted. I can't even believe that they were going to try and prosecute Nick for defending himself. But I actually shouldn't be shocked, because in a progressive place like Oregon or California, you do defend yourself, you probably will go to jail. So I highly recommend you don't live in a place like that. Just don't. But here you can see Nick posting, furious. The Portland police are lying, saying they arrested my assailants. The man caught on video punching me and breaking my camera, my primary aggressor, has not been arrested. More proof that Portland police are covering for Antifa. He's identified as LGBT fetishist John Anderson, 38, of Portland, and works at an LGBT spa called Hawks PDX. Why haven't you arrested my primary aggressor, PPB? That's the Portland Police Bureau. You know it was. You know who it was, but you chose not to arrest him. Make the arrest. Yep, you can see here. That's a weird picture. I am very unhappy that I scrolled that far down. Apologize in advance, but this is clearly the same person who threw punches at me, broke my camera, and attempted to restrict my movement. He is still free to terrorize. He is still free. Where did it go? To terrorize the streets of Portland. And terrible with the appropriate GIF. Repost the live, everyone. That's correct. Thank you very much. Shell, I see you have updated your name. Well done. I did. Don't make me photobomb you. I dare you, Crispy. I dare you. Photobomb away, sir. As I always like to say, don't threaten me with a good time. 0 hour, looks like Chicago police are being told to assist the criminals. FBI Director Kash Patel, hey, check this out. Says, hi, I'm a Chicago police officer, and I was watching the aftermath of the shooting when the terrorists were throwing bottles at ICE. ICE called for CPD assistance, which time our street deputy went over the radio and said CPD to leave the area and not to assist. When the city is being directed to not assist federal agencies. This is what is happening, and this is why the federal government is sending in the National Guard. Because of this. What is the drink? This is now actually just, what's this one? This is Bullet Rye. This one's just Bullet Rye, straight 95 proof Bullet Rye. I'm saving the 101 for when I feel a little better because I can taste it better. You need to. It's been a while. That's true, Shell. It's been a while since we've had a good crispy photobomb. Jim Beam, Sunshine Blend, and Coke. Okay. Nice, Shell. Yes. But yeah, guys, this is why the National Guard's getting involved. So don't worry about what all these crazy people are saying. It's the fact that the city isn't doing its job. Maybe if they had some of the officers that were available to help because they weren't doing this, maybe they wouldn't have to send in the National Guard. It came to light today. Today, folks. Chicago residents are demanding that Mayor Brandon Johnson drop his taxpayer-funded security detail if the city is as safe as he claims. After it was revealed his protection includes 150 officers, costing $22.5 million in salaries alone each year. They projected that with overtime and benefits, the cost is closer to $30 to $35 million in taxpayer expense to fund this ass clown's security. Guys, if it's so safe, why do you need $30 million in security for yourself if you are supposed to be the head of the safe city? Your residents don't get the benefit of that protection. Your residents are paying for this. This is wild, guys. Wild levels. They call Trump an authoritarian. You know what a military dictator looks like? Using the local police and the military for your own personal protection. This guy's acting like some sort of a drug lord. Maybe he is working with the cartels. Seems to be happening a lot in St. Louis. Maybe it's also happening in Chicago. Reminds me when Tucker asked Swalwell why his security should be better than his wife or a random American. Yes. Yes, exactly. Why should any of them have better security than you or me? Tell them to carry a gun. Be like, you want your own security? Provide it for yourself. If it wasn't for the fact that I was on YouTube as well, I would show you. But YouTube gets really weird about showing things like that. But you should carry. Everywhere you go, you should carry. And if you live in a place that doesn't let you, you should leave. Provide your own security. But then you have people like this, Northeastern Illinois University professor and Antifa member, Elias Cepeda, called ICE agents Nazis before he was arrested in Chicago, carrying a loaded gun with extra ammo at an anti-ICE protest. So he went from his place to Chicago to a protest carrying a gun and at least two extra magazines. I think it looks like they probably took the one out of the firearm. So there's 2 extra mags and a pistol. Antifa professor, guys, why are you bringing loaded guns to a protest? It's so safe, right? There's nothing going on at these Antifa anti-ICE protests. It's peaceful. They're all wearing silly animal costumes. You know what you could also carry inside of one of those silly animal costumes without people knowing? Just saying. Yeah, here, the propaganda is doing so good. Like, I will actually save this video till the very end, and we will watch it at the end, and I will turn off the YouTube stream before I play this so that we can watch it in its entirety. Because, well, I just want to watch that one, but the music will get the video taken down off of YouTube, so we'll watch that one at the end. Okay. Crispy says, right. I'm assuming that was in response to it's been too long since you photobombed us. I love you guys in the chat, but I need better rep. The delay in the chat is between 30 and 45 seconds, guys. Keep that in mind, please. I'll probably be on a different story by the time you write. So if you're going to refer to a story or you want me to talk about something specific, please just put a little thing in there, like 1 or 2 words about which story it is we're talking about. That would just be super helpful. I love you guys. MAGA Voice, Caroline Leavitt stuns America by revealing that Scott Bessent is now uncovering who's funding Antifa.
The financial backing of these groups, particularly Antifa, is certainly something the administration is looking into aggressively. And the federal government has never really been mobilized or tasked with doing that. So we're kind of kickstarting that into gear. The FBI is working on it alongside the White House's Homeland Security Task Force. We have our intelligence community looking into this as well. And even the Secretary of Treasury is involved with these matters since they are financial in nature. And we will continue to get to the bottom of who is funding these organizations in this organized anarchy.
Oh, you guys are killing me. Crispy with all you need is fart spray in the nozzle of the costume. True. But the pepper spray in there was hilarious to see. That was last week. Hilarious. Karen says it's a challenge now. We need to confuse him. Shell says we love you. Let's do it, Karen. Okay, guys, you're going to do it on purpose. I see how it is.
Against our country and our government. It's a question the American people have been begging the answer for many years, and we're committed to uncovering it. And when we do, I'm sure you'll be one of the first people to know.
Yep. So we're going to be digging into who is financing Antifa, folks. Lots of people, lots of resources invested in this. I think it's great. We absolutely need to know the answer to this. We got here an update. This is from Pam Bondi. Not a super huge fan of late, but you know what? Let's listen to it, see what we have to say, maybe critique it a little bit because I don't like her, but let's just give it a chance. Calm down, guys. Let's give it a chance. Pam. Oh, Pam, please leave.
Antifa beats journalists. Antifa attacks our police stations. They attack our courthouses.
This music is probably going to get me taken out anyway.
They dox our law enforcement officers no more.
Why does it feel she's like reading a script? Like God, it just feels so not genuine.
They are a terrorist group and we are coming after them.
We are here at the White House.
She also said we're coming after them. Like, if you watch how people, like their body language while they're talking, usually their body language communicates more than their words. Like, just watch this again real quick. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like
officers, no more. They are a terrorist group, and we are coming after them.
They're not coming after them, guys. That's what she just said. They're not actually going to charge them.
Are here at the White House today to unmask Antifa, to follow the money all the way to the top. If you want to get to the bottom of who is fomenting this chaos and violence in our country, you must follow the money.
I mean, that makes sense. You always follow the money, guys.
I was a mainstream reporter in Seattle for 10 years before I quit mainstream media, in part due to its refusal to acknowledge the dangers of Antifa and radical left-wing violence.
Part of the problem that we have is that a lot of people refuse to believe that Antifa is real, it is just a made-up thing, but I have seen them. They are real, they are dangerous, and they are violent.
We have She's an Actress, sad but true. Yeah, boom, boom. Hey, how's it going? Hey, I gave you a follow. You were at 1,069 followers today. You were trying to get to 1,000, so congratulations. You did it. Now you just got a couple more thousand to go. Keep going. Keep hitting the accelerator, bud. Please leave, Pam. That's right. Pam needs to go. Oh, Karen, a stern letter is incoming. Is it?
Nope.
Probably not.
They're an organized, systemic, international criminal enterprise. And what the FBI is going to do is trace the money, follow the funds, and find every single person that was involved in funding the riots and the violent acts of criminality that they're perpetrating on our street.
I've watched Antifa brutally beat, harass, and threaten Americans in the street, but all of that ends with the Trump administration.
Savannah Hernandez.
I was brutally attacked and almost killed.
Hey, what's up, Artemisia? Welcome to the chat.
By Antifa in the streets of Seattle. All of my colleagues have been attacked. I can't think of a single one who hasn't. Violence against journalists and police officers in our streets can't stand.
Just days ago, I was in the Portland jailhouse, and now I'm in the White House. This administration is built different, and Antifa's days are numbered.
And I want to thank President Donald Trump for...
Homegirl still has the black eye from being beat up by Antifa, guys. This, like, I got to admit, the propaganda coming out of this administration, top notch. Way better than the last. Crispy says, follow the money. Sith Master says, I 100 think that's what they're saying will happen.
Designating Antifa a terrorist organization, and I'm looking forward to the FBI and the DOJ hunting down these people like the terrorists that they are.
All I gotta say, it's a bad day to be Antifa.
And Antifa's days of using violence and intimidation against their political opposition are over.
And I've continued to report on them over the years, despite the threats of violence and actual violence that's happened.
Karen says, PR, not propaganda. I mean, it's still propaganda. It's just propaganda that's more accurate than most propaganda in history, right?
Because I owe a thank you to this country, the United States, for settling my parents who were victims of communism in Vietnam.
1 month ago, Charlie Kirk was murdered by a violent leftist. We all saw it, and we all saw thousands of leftists celebrate it. Antifa symbols were found on the bullet casings of the gun used to shoot and kill my friend.
Guys, if you have not been following Jack Posobiec, he has been on a tear for the last month, ever since the assassination of Charlie Kirk. God, that just gave me shivers. If you haven't watched any of the other interviews he's been in, any of the other content he's done since, you should. That man has a passion for following what Charlie was doing and for pushing back against the violence that took his life.
We won't take it anymore. President Trump is not going to stand for it. And I'm so grateful that we have a leader in the White House that understands how we need to fight these sophisticated networks and how we need to take these terrorists out.
I've been attacked by Antifa, doxxed by Antifa, harassed by Antifa, but we're not standing down. We're now coming for you.
Whew. I don't know, guys. If it was any other administration, I'd probably say no way, Jose. Sorry, immigration joke. But guys, if any one of them's going to actually do something, it's this guy. We'll see, though. All tied to Soros and others, Sith Master, I believe that is correct. We'll see. They're supposedly digging into it. I look forward to seeing what the answers are there. Artemisia is waving at Shell. Hi, Shell. That guy said an important distinction between immigration of the past versus today. People are trying to escape communism. We're grateful. True. Very true. They were grateful to come here. They were grateful to this country, and they gave everything, and they integrated, and they were proud. That isn't happening anymore, guys. So we're going to move on. Last story in law enforcement. It keeps getting better. Just in, John Bolton is expected to be indicted next week over his possession of classified materials.
Bolton, former national security advisor turned sharp critic of Donald Trump, is expected to be the subject of a complaint or even an indictment as early as next week. MSNBC, citing two sources, is reporting exclusively that the acting U.S. attorney in Maryland is moving forward quickly to seek criminal charges against Bolton. They reportedly relate to claims that he improperly kept classified national security information in his Maryland home. His home was searched in August. Bolton's lawyer insists that his client, John Bolton, did nothing improper. It is the second instance of targeting a prominent Trump critic.
Oh, okay. So that's how we're going to frame it. This is why nobody likes the mainstream media, guys. This is why they're just full of venom and hate. They don't make any sense. If you notice, the iron law of projection still remains undefeated. Because what did they go after Trump for? Improperly storing classified materials. They staged the photos. They went after him for it. They dropped the charges. They didn't go after Biden, though. Biden also had improperly stored classified materials, both in his garage at his home and at his office at a university. Did not pursue charges. John Bolton has improperly stored confidential materials in his home, and we'll see what happens, guys. But they are constantly mad when the administration goes after somebody from the prior administration for doing all of the things that the prior administration already went after Trump for. They started this. It's just true. His mustache cracked me up. I don't know why, Shell. Yeah, 100%. Crispy, love you, Shell. Love our Muppet child. Yeah. Yeah, good old Crispy Cookie Monster. Gotta love it. Kara says Gardner's Lorax reference cannot be unseen. Very true. Very true indeed. But yeah, guys, I've got this pulled for later, but somebody put it in comment on this post. But this is so true. So true, guys. Crying Democrats should pace themselves. I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. We're gonna leave We're gonna leave there, and we're gonna go into the violence section, guys. This is where Antifa is just being real dumb. Rose City Antifa is an organization. Sorry, guys, it is. But they're inviting people for tonight at 9 p.m., which, if that's in Portland, will make it midnight here. So we will not be streaming. But you got to remember, tonight, they are trying to organize an organized counter-protest or a protest of ICE by shining lasers at law enforcement helicopters and aviation assets. Do not do this. This is a federal crime. Do not do this. This is dumb. The people that do it are going to find out real quick. And you can see here, Homeland Security themselves says aiming a laser pointer at an aircraft is a federal crime. It is incredibly dangerous to the aircraft personnel and for the public safety. If that airplane or helicopter crashes because you're shining a laser beam in their eyes, where do you think it's going to go? Like, where do... Like, you guys are retarded. Where is a crashing aviation asset going to go? Up?
Nope.
You guys are retarded. You're trying to crash an aviation asset. It's going to land in your neighborhood. It's going to kill the people on the airplane, but it's also going to kill people on the ground. Don't do this. This is like one of the most retarded things I've seen ever. Don't do this. Artemisia says, what the hell? These people are so stupid. Yes, the FAA does not like that. No, they don't. Crispy, laser is a felony. Yes, Sith Master, you know they have automatic targeting computers that lock on instantly if it sees a threat. Yes, they also can see exactly where that laser is coming from, guys. Like, you're an idiot. Does the National Guard have A-10s? That would be hilarious, Karen. A couple 30-millimeter depleted uranium rounds would probably make people think twice. But as funny as that would be, there'd be a lot of collateral damage, and that would make all kinds of people butthurt. So, target system acquiring threat. That's, I mean, guys, with drone technology nowadays, I'm just saying, like, it could get spicy. Let's not do this. Mr. Guns and Gear, leftist German mayor adopts 2 migrants. Ah, yes. I put this in the violence section. It was going to be an immigration, but I didn't really know what to put it in because this dumbass actually adopted these kids. But they adopted 2 migrants, and the one of them, oh god, they tied her up in the basement, guys. Like, her 2 adopted children. I like how they blurred the face, kind of. The 2 adopted children are obviously not white. The adopted daughter enriches the mother by stabbing her 13 times in the torso and attempted to light her on fire with deodorant spray. The adopted 15-year-old son was found with the knife and her sister's bloody clothes in his backpack. This is a definition of suicidal empathy. Hopefully these lefty women will learn, but I doubt they will. They won't. They won't. The woke totalitarian ideology is suicidal, as they pointed out here in this post. Guys, stop importing the third world. You're going to keep getting the third world. Don't be retarded. Don't be an awful. This lady's obviously an awful. An angry, white, female, urban liberal. Don't be an awful, guys. Don't date an awful. Don't marry an awful. Don't be an awful. They're just awful. So don't. Like, do us all a favor. Margot here, an employee with Charlotte Schools, has been charged with attempted murder for contaminating food. Guys, what is happening in North Carolina? Like, somebody really needs to go check on North Carolina. Things are going so badly down there. But contaminating people's food at school? First, they want to give everybody food at school. And then they poison the food at school. What? I don't support schools feeding people anyways. It's a social program that is not the business of the school system, but this is just jacked up. You get everybody dependent, and then you turn around and try and poison them. It's fucked up. Come on, North Carolina. You could do better. But we're going to get into some pretty dark stuff here, guys. This violence section, a lot of it we talked about last night, but this is the weekly update for the people that might have missed the evening updates. So we have a couple of back-to-back pretty heinous crimes here, but this guy was on $7.5 million bond, but was just released from prison in Charlotte, North Carolina. The DA voluntarily dismissed the extradition. He murdered somebody in Baltimore, and they're like, nah, we're not going to extradite you. You can go. Looks like Baltimore is to blame for this insanity. Okay, Van Swall has an update. By law, North Carolina can hold someone for up to 30 days on an extradition warrant while waiting for the originating state, in this case, Maryland, to send the governor's warrant. The official paperwork to bring that person back. North Carolina even gave Maryland extra time, extending to hold twice over 2 months. But Maryland never filed the paperwork, not once. When the legal time ran out, North Carolina had no choice but to release the suspect and dismiss the extradition case. All because Maryland couldn't manage to send a single form. Okay, well, it's still a failure of wokeness, but apparently this was a failure on Maryland, not North Carolina. So I'm sorry, North Carolina, you're still all jacked up. But this one apparently wasn't on you. But yeah, we have a murder guy, murdered someone in Baltimore. Baltimore just couldn't be bothered. Yeah, this guy, Sanchez Nicholson, was arrested for murdering a 29-year-old in Charlotte. Again, North Carolina, guys. Sanchez has been arrested a mind-boggling 33 times, for including 2 attempted murders, only 13 days apart. Guys, this person, 33. 30. What are you doing, North Carolina? Like, arena's law, guys. Arena. This is total bullshit, guys. The average, they say, is anywhere between 9 and 11 arrests is what it takes for somebody to get to the point where they murder somebody. 33. Absolutely absurd. No person should be walking around amongst polite society after 33 arrests. We could curb almost all violent crime by putting people in prison for life after their second violent crime. I'm actually okay with that. Look at this guy. Stranger beaten to death on a New York City subway by David Mazzari. Whatever. Nobody cares. He had 33 prior arrests. Different guy. Same 33 prior arrests. Beat someone to death on the subway. Are we seeing a trend here, guys? North Carolina State Representative Cecil Brockman arrested and charged with rape of a minor aged 13 to 15. A Democrat state representative raped a child. Oh, God, it makes me so mad. But even worse, this one is so bad, so dark. They're all bad, guys. They're all bad, but this is... Oh, you need a drink. I have my drink. It's for this story, guys. This story is the story you need a drink for. Man accused of sexually abusing a 2-month-old infant and filming it. Arrested after the videos were found on his phone. But why did they find him on his phone? Why did they find them on his phone? Well, why would they find him on his phone? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, because here we have a post. Authorities in Florida arrested a 21-year-old man for sex crimes. Miami Department Special Victims Unit said that he was arrested on 2 counts of capital sexual battery involving a minor victim. They said it was an infant, about 2 to 3 months old. The arrest took place, ongoing investigation that began with an original arrest from a similar offense against an 8-year-old child. They found the evidence of the 2 to 3 month old because they were already investigating him for an 8-year-old. And as you see here, it is a capital sexual battery. Florida does not mess around with this, guys. Florida, this is punishable by death, as it should be. Now, the method might not be what we would want, but it is a capital offense in Florida, guys. Just saying. You're going to need, you need a drink. Guys, the world is full of evil, just disgusting, horrible people. This is definitely one of them. This is a demon walking around in a skin suit. Oh, God. I'm going to move on. I fight with memes. Post here. It's a good point. Literal war zone is safer than a leftist city these days, guys. Ukrainian refugee who fled. This is Irina Zarutska to the U.S. stabbed to death at a train station. Well, then we also have the Ukrainian refugee Liana, 16, got pushed under a train in Germany. Why is it that these ladies are fleeing a war zone? The war that everyone thinks is the worst thing ever. Putin is the most awful human attacking Ukraine. It's so dangerous. It's awful. And then these ladies make it out of a war zone only to go to the U.S. and to Germany to be murdered in a progressive city. Like, Crispy says, bring back public executions. Yes. Yes. And then this story also happened last night. Not a lot of details. Somebody does put some detail there in the comments. I'll let you read the comments for yourself. I'll read the story. It says, at least 4 killed, 12 hurt in Mississippi mass shooting after a homecoming football game in a small town. The small town was Leland, Mississippi. And I'll let you just read the comments. I'll leave this up here for a second. You can guess. Just hypothesize to yourselves on why you haven't heard more about this in the media and why it might have happened. Okay, that's probably enough time for you to formulate your own opinion. The end of the violence section, we're going to get into international politics. Governments are getting more intrusive, not less. That's not an international only thing. That's also happening domestically in a lot of states. But this one just really seems to take the cake. They are getting to the point where it's just like in New York City, where they're limiting the size of sugary drinks and whether or not you can get refills. Well, guess what, guys? The UK has now followed suit. The UK government has now outlawed free refills on hot chocolate and mocha. Not a joke. The UK is just a police state now. It's also a police state that hates you if you're a native. They're replacing you with migrants, and they are supporting Muslims and Islam over Christians and white people, just for your information. They're arresting citizens for memes and for offense violations, but then they're releasing rape gangs. Like, there's nothing wrong. Oh, it's not their fault, guys. It's their culture. They don't understand. This is what I say to the UK government, guys. Keir Starmer, all of you, you guys are nonsense. But here, customer notice. This was up in a pub. The recent government legislative changes, hot chocolate and mocha are now excluded from the free refill offer. Thank you for your understanding. I don't understand. We had this week where there was one balloon release for a kid that was killed that turned into a shootout with another kid. We had one this week where there was a balloon release for a kid that was killed that turned into a shootout with another. They literally had a shootout at a balloon release to memorialize a child, and the shootout at the balloon release to memorialize the child resulted in the death of another child. Holy shit. Was this in St. Louis, Karen? That sounds ridiculous. Also, we know the Nobel Peace Prize this week, guys. We know that Trump didn't win it. But you got to see here, SKS Cartoon, again, if you're not following them, please do. And also, share out the live stream, guys. Let's get these numbers up. Let's pump them up. Only you can help get those numbers up, guys. Help get those numbers up. Let's see if we can do a PB on this. I think 1,250 or so is our personal best, guys. We need to pump those numbers up. Yes, St. Louis. God damn, Karen. You need to get out of there. That place is cray-cray. True reward for peace efforts is peace itself, not a Nobel Prize. So you can see there the Nobel Prize Committee giving the bird to Trump, but then you get the family. What I would only assume is the Palestinian family thanking him. Because whether or not they gave him the Peace Prize, he earned it. Why? Well, he did peace in the Middle East, guys. He did it again, just like last term. Peace in the Middle East. I know they can't tolerate it. They don't like it. They don't want any peace in the Middle East, guys. They want that to be a raging conflict zone forever so they can continue to sell weapons to everybody. Fuck them. White House. Nobel Peace Prize winner Maria Corina Machado dedicates his award to Donald Trump. And this, everyone was like, that's fake news. There's no way this happened. No. White House propaganda. Bullshit. Okay, then what's this? The person who won on X, this recognition of struggle of all Venezuelans is a boost to conclude our task, to conquer freedom. We are on the threshold of victory, and today, more than ever, we count on President Trump and the people of the United States, the peoples of Latin America, and the democratic nations of the world as our principal allies to achieve freedom and democracy. I dedicate this prize to the suffering people of Venezuela and I dedicate this prize to the suffering people of Venezuela and to President Trump for his decisive support of our cause. Just saying, guys, the lefties, they could all say fake news. They could all say that didn't happen. This is no way. No. Everybody, bookmark this post and just send it to them anytime the lefties get mad that the Nobel Peace Prize winner still credits Donald Trump. Still thanks Donald Trump. Still thanks the United States and the people of the United States. Like, bookmark this. I'm going to pull it up real quick. Karen we have a shooting at balloon release in North City, kills 1, injures 4. Let's play this real quick.
A breaking news alert. Breaking tonight, a gathering focused on a life lost to violence ending in more violence. 1 person is dead, 4 others are injured in a shooting that happened during a balloon release on the city's north side. This is First Alert 4 at 10. I'm Corey Stark.
And I'm Morgan Harris in for Sam. We want to zoom in on where exactly this took place.
Police responded to that shooting near Wells and Hodemad. This was just before 7 o'clock. Our Kimberly Donahue is live from that scene.
Guy, you know, when those Hasidic Jews get real mad at each other, they just, all the violence.
With new details from police.
I'm sure it was conservative, right-wing Republicans.
Good evening. It's a tragic night here on Wells Avenue as people gathering to honor a life lost to violence, experienced terror themselves. SLMPD says they were called to Wells and Hodemad just before 7 o'clock this evening. Police say people were gathered for a balloon release for someone who recently lost their life. Police did not give details on that victim. Police are trying to figure out what
when they don't give details, guys.
Exactly led to shots being fired. Law enforcement says 5 people were shot at. 1 person died on scene. Police say 1 of the victims is currently fighting for their life. We're told the other 3 people are in stable condition. Police say the setting of the shooting is tragic itself, only to be met with more violence.
It's horrible that people had to be out here to begin with to mourn a victim of gun violence in our community. But for another instance of gun violence.
This guy just screams soy boy. Like, what the hell? There's no other pictures. I think we know what that means, folks. I'm just jumping to a conclusion here, but typically when they don't tell us for a reason. Thank you for sending that link. Thank you, Karen. As Karen says, only in the zoo called the Lou. Despise this police spokesperson. I don't blame you. That was like soy boy with 2 pumps of nonsense. Like all the estrogen, 2 pumps of estrogen. Like Jesus. But yeah, guys, crediting President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize, as they should. But you know who didn't deserve it? You know who got it and didn't deserve it? Barry, Michael's husband. Michelle's husband. Barry didn't deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. I agree, Sassafras. I completely agree. Wins the Nobel Peace Prize, proceeds to Brahm, Libya, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, Somalia, and Yemen. I needed to get 2 hands out because 7 countries bombed after getting the Nobel Peace Prize. They still defend this one, but they won't give it to Trump. Your award is meaningless at this point, Nobel Committee. Like, completely meaningless. Because when a president does this and you don't even give them credit, you can see here the truth. I'm very proud to announce that Israel and Hamas have both signed off on first phase of the peace plan. Blessed are the peacemakers. I agree. We have a great president. Great president. Alt Kara says, the peace president. Amazing president, says Shelv. Yes. As president, my highest aspiration is to bring peace and stability to the world. Joy and peace celebration as Hamas and Israel accept the Trump truce. Guys, he may not have gotten the award, but we got peace. The Nobel Peace Prize no longer has meaning. I completely agree with you, Crispy. And this meme tells you exactly how they feel about it. Just basically sums up the last 24 hours, according to Sam. And I completely agree with Sam. Free Palestine. Just did it. Grr, why you? They're just mad that Trump did it, which is crazy. They wanted it so bad. And yet they're like, no, not him. Anybody else but him. Don't give him credit. Anybody else but him. We want peace, but not from him. It's like, you'd rather people just keep dying and stuff keep exploding and the genocide continue and the famine continue because it's Trump? Like, y'all are unhinged. Your TDS is killing people. Stop. Kara says, looks like he is working on a peace plan for Pakistan and Afghanistan. Yes, I saw that. Was kicking off not long before the show started. I think I actually have that story coming up here in just a second. If not, we'll talk about that here in just a second. Artemisia, the New York Post is shit. I agree. But even when the New York Post has to say something, you know things are changing. United States Trade Representative, China is attempting to use economic coercion to influence American politics. Let's see what he has to say.
Sure. So one of the things that we're doing, which is so important, is we're opening foreign market access in additional countries. For example, Vietnam has already lowered its tariffs on soybeans. Cambodia has lowered its tariffs on soybeans. We're in talks with several other Asian nations to do that. We're also talking within the White House about domestic uses for soybeans. The challenge is when China takes actions like this, it uses economic coercion to try to influence American politics.
All Karen says it's better than the Times, Artie. That's true. But that's like a relative comparison of two dog shit papers.
Everyone's just trying to to make a living here. Our farmers are the victims of Chinese economic coercion, and it's unfortunate, right? And we're trying to find a way through this.
So there was a lot of controversy over the last few weeks where people are saying that Trump is at fault for the farmers hurting so bad. Well, this is him trying to help. A lot of these countries have tariffs on our agricultural products that make them disadvantageous for them to import. Well, we're starting to fight back. And how are we fighting back? Well, look at this. Artemisia says, true, they both are pretty sick. That's fair. It's impossible to believe China would have taken such an action, but they have. The rest is history. So it has just been learned that China has taken extraordinary aggressive position on trade and sending extremely hostile letter to the world, stating that they are going to, effective November 1st, impose large-scale export controls on virtually every product they make, and some may not even be made by them. This affects all countries without exception and was obviously a plan devised by them years ago. It's absolutely unheard of in international trade and a moral disgrace in dealing with other nations. Based on the fact that China has taken an unprecedented position, speaking only for the U.S. and not for other nations, who similarly threatened, starting November 1st or sooner, depending on any further action or changes taken by China, the U.S. will impose a tariff of 100% on China, over and above any tariff that they are currently paying. Also on November 1st, we'll impose export controls on any and all critical software. Guys, this is an atom bomb for the economy. And this is why the market took a giant turd. This is why the crypto market took a huge turd on Friday. Now, it didn't hurt my positions. My long positions, I am not concerned that those companies are going to go out of business because of this. They're going to be successful in the long term. I'm in them for the long term. This is why I don't invest. This is why I don't day trade. This is why I invest. But what I did do is I did have my two options positions close out. And I was able to make a little bit of money for the week, which works out for me. And if I hadn't, and those positions had closed and I had those shares called away, it's okay. They're already significantly in the profit, and I would have been perfectly happy selling them at those prices. But now I get to keep them, and I get to sell some more calls. It's going to be great. I have no issue with this. In fact, I will have money set aside that when things appear to be better or correcting, I'll probably be buying all the way down. Buy the dip, guys. That's how you do it. Long-term investment. do your own research. Learn how to do your own research. If you need help with that, I can help you. Learn how to do your own research. Pick stocks yourself and companies that are stable, have long-term plans, are currently at a discount, which a lot more companies are at a discount right now than they were on Thursday. But buy those things at a discount, guys, and then hold them for the long term. Why are you paying extra taxes for short-term gains? Like, that's just retarded. Don't do that. It's impossible to believe. But yeah, guys, based on the facts, so they did this, importing. It's impossible to believe China would have taken this action, but they have, and the rest is history. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Hey, guys, that's it. That's all there is to it. This is why the market tanked. But it's okay. We'll recover. I have confidence in Trump. I have confidence in Americans, and I have confidence in the American economy. So if you like pina coladas and get caught in Ukraine, my dad sniffs the children while I sniff cocaine. Guys, if you sing this to yourself in the song, it's so good. Like, thank you, MAGA Bobby, for posting this one. It's so good. It's so good. Long overdue for a correction. That's also true, Karen. We've been on an upward, just like to the moon trajectory for a while. I'm okay with it. I have more money. I have money in reserve. We'll buy more. This is good, guys. AKA, no thanks. Last time I grabbed a pussy became a national scandal. Guys, this kind of humor, this is my kind of humor, guys. 100%. Go visit the profile. What is it, bud? You're going to bed? No. Don't. Go to bed? Okay. Love you. Okay. There you go. Okay. Take my nose. Okay. Love you. Good night, buddy. Oh, see you soon, baboon. Oh, I love you. Anyways. Yeah, guys, go to the profile, visit the website, find the different ways to support me, check out the live schedule, show up here Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the evening update, Saturday for the weekly update, topic exchange on Tuesday, and Sunday for the Bible space, 4 p.m. Shell says, good night, princess and buddy. That's right. Good night. But check those out. Also, domestic. We get into domestic politics, guys. Here is the letter. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But basically, Trump is very healthy. And in the bottom paragraph, his cardiac age, validated measure of cardiovascular age, was approximately 14 years younger than his chronological age. The guy is a machine. He's in good health. If anyone decides to post to you that he's not in good health, go ahead and just send him this letter. He's obviously healthy. They keep saying he's healthy. Of course, they said that Biden was healthy too. So, like, I don't know. Do you trust him? The guy keeps going. So, like, I would say yes. I had no reason to trust them with Biden because the guy was a vegetable. Karen says it's so funny that they thought the old video would be the end of Trump, and it's just led to the memes. Yeah. The memes are all so good. They're clowns. Shell says they're clowns. And he is a machine. Hey, what's up, sweetie? You're going to bed? Here. Over here. Right there. Love you. Go to bed, okay? Sleep tight. Don't let the bugs bite. All right. Now the kids are both going to bed. But yeah, Biden DOJ, Lackey, Jack Smith, they were spying on people. Spying on people they had no business spying on. Huge scandal. Kash Patel's looking into it. I hope they find out what happened. They need to hold all these people accountable. This January 6th committee blanket pardon crap needs to go. I wouldn't be surprised if this was all auto pen pardons. That's something else. You know what? We haven't heard anything about that in a while. I wonder what's going on with the auto pen scandal. Because to me, that's like a huge deal, right? How many of the pardons that Biden signed were actually signed by him? Were any? Are any of them legitimate? Were they auto-penned by staff? I mean, there's accusations they were. There's letters and emails saying that some were. So can we just strip them all? Take it to court? I don't know why we haven't. That's another thing. Again, we keep not getting updates about certain key things that really make me wonder. The conspiracy theorist in me kind of tingles a little bit, and I don't really like it. It makes me feel like they're hiding something. Pam, this is your job. Do your job or leave, please. But they're looking into it. I don't really trust it. But you also have here Gunther posts, I love it. when I get the videos like this, time to flip California red. Yeah, somebody sent him a picture of them voting no with his profile pulled up on their phone. I think that's kind of neat. I hope someday that people will send me these. Like, vote something based and send me a picture of you voting on a based thing with my profile pulled up. Like, that would be just so neat. Anyone in the audience, if you can do that, do that. 100%. That's awesome. And the presidential portraits are still up at the White House. That's true, Karen. The auto pen portrait for Biden is one of the most savage things I've seen in a long time, and I am here for it. I love it. Like I said, I had Sam's meme pulled up, guys. The Democrats should pace themselves. They really should. It hasn't even been a year yet. So the government shutdown, guys. The government shutdown is going into its like 11th or 12th day at this point. I like this meme, though. Republicans want to shut down the government. Be honest. Oh, Republicans don't want to give health care to everyone. Be honest. Come on, be honest. Democrats won't vote to open the government unless there's a provision to let illegals get health care. It's like, yeah, there it is. That's it. The Schumer shutdown. That's right, Karen. I keep sending him, every time I see him post about the shutdown, I keep sending him the Doge Employee of the Month meme that I made. So far, no one's really commented on it. I'm really hoping somebody does, but I just do it to make myself laugh more than anything. Like, I'll do it for you next time I vote on something. Sith, that would be wonderful. I appreciate you. Karen, yes, the Schumer shutdown, 100%. I just love the fact that the White House, their account is memeing so hard. Their account is sombrero memeing, guys. Like, I'm here for it, and this is my favorite video by far. What's up, West Virginia? You're here just in time to see some sombrero memes.
Way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We had a way to sugarcoat it. Nobody
Again, this is the White House account.
Likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
Yeah, it won't take that long either. West Virginia in the house. Mizzou lost. Aw. Virginia says, haha. Apparently, West Virginia didn't play. Play what? Don't know. Sounds like a sports thing. Y'all can chat in the chat about sports. That's fine. You got here White House posting, "This is why I am using my authority as Commander-in-Chief to direct the Secretary of War to use all available funds to get our troops paid on October 15th. The radical left Democrats should open the government, and then we can work together to address health care." President Trump, guys, he has directed Hegseth. He found money to pay troops. The Democrats are like, oh, look, the Republicans aren't going to pay the troops. The Republicans shut down. Blah, 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 blah. Well, they got creative, and he found a way to do it. Now the ball's in your court, Democrats, for the Schumer shutdown. You let us know. When do you want to open the government? I'm okay if we just leave it. How about you guys? I'm okay if we leave it closed till the new year. Just skip the entire fourth quarter. What do you guys think? I think it would be great. Because why? Because the rifts have started. Russ Vought here posts, the Democrat refusal to pass Senate continuing resolution will trigger Trump's order to the Doge head Russ Vought to permanently eliminate jobs when fundings lapse. Guys, Gardner here with the post. It's amazing. Hundreds of billions of dollars in savings. Hundreds. Let me say that again. Hundreds of billions of dollars in savings because they just let the government stay shut down. So thank you to Chuck Schumer for allowing us to just keep cutting government. Make it as small as possible, as quick as possible, and that is now being made possible by the Democrats. So thank you to the Democrats. Why are they still getting paid? Because they choose whether or not they get paid, and of course they're going to choose to still get paid because that's just how the Democrats work. The rules for thee, not for me. That is how the legislature has always operated. They don't have to follow Obamacare. They don't have to follow most of the rules that they make. I think that's one major change we should make. Any law that Congress passes, they should absolutely have to suffer themselves. I think that just makes sense. We also got here, Doge posted over 5 days. This was posted back on the 4th, so this was a week ago. They had 94 wasteful contracts, ceiling value $8.5 billion, savings of $545 million. So $8 billion of that already spent. It's unfortunate. But look at this. We're paying for editing support for Fisheries Resource Division. $500,000. $61 million to HHS for solutions to support innovation in pursuit of affordable and better healthcare. Guys, it doesn't cost $61 million to come up with solutions on how to save money on healthcare. Eliminate Obamacare. There. You pay me $30 million, I'll save you half. I can just tell you, eliminate Obamacare. Keep the government shut down as long as possible. Let the funding lapse on all this stuff and just permanently cut it from the budget. Yes. The Democrats gave Doge a really unique opportunity in this shutdown. It's very true, Sam. It's very true, and I'm here to support it. We love the savings. Just the military should. Keep getting paid? Yes. And apparently they're finding ways to do it. West Virginia reposted. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Good. Glad you're here. West Virginia bump. That's right. We love you, West Virginia. We do. It's good to see you in the chat again, my friend. It's good to see you in the chat. You could still come by. I don't have another hat yet. Maybe I'll order one online because I'm not getting totally fucked in taxes this year. So maybe I'll order another black on black dark MAGA hat. I don't know. We'll see. Apparently, that's a thing now. Apparently, I just give out dark MAGA hats. Kara says that slang means something else, West Virginia. Although in West Virginia, that it might be meth. I don't know. Also, this last one for domestic policy, guys. Democrats then, Democrats now. This, guys, facts. Then, now. They're still racist. They're still bigots. They're still full of hate. I'd give you my address. You don't need to. You need to come here. We can do an interview. Stop. We already settled this. You come here, you get a hat. That's how it works. Anybody else in the audience, if you want to come here for an interview, I will get you a dark MAGA hat if I can find them. I need to order a few. Otherwise, I'm going to say that, and then they're going to be discontinued, and I will be made a liar. It'll be real sad. So you got here Neuralink enabled to paralyze. So this is our science and energy section. Very short, but a good one. Paralyzed ALS patient to control a robotic arm and feed himself using only his thoughts. What Neuralink is doing isn't just innovation, it's humanity redefining what's possible. Check this out. Guys, the fact that that's being done with just his mind is crazy.
That's pretty freaking ridiculous.
Guys, that's so crazy. Kara says, do you have the tech for me to do it as my PFP? Your interview? No, but I could try and figure it out. I might have to stick you in a Green Man suit. Oh, yes. And I have not yet made it to the post office. I apologize. Do you want me to just hold them? Or do you still want me to try and make it to the post office? I completely forgot. My apologies. I expect them to come out with a non-invasive brain-computer interface in the future. Yeah, guys, it probably will happen. The fact that they're installing leads on people's brains, that's the first. That's the alpha. That's not even an alpha release. The fact that they're making this kind of progress already, guys, is crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They're going to have a doctor, a Mr. Xavier thing where you just wear it and it's going to do the thing. It's going to be amazing. Apparently very soon, Sith. Yeah, I would not be shocked at all. These companies are iterating so fast, guys. Elon is doing so much to help humanity. It's not even funny. And yet people just want to shit all over him. Hold on, I'll be there in 20 days. Okay. Sounds good. Sis says, I want it bad. Talking about the hat? Are you talking about me? Or are you talking about the Neuralink? I'm assuming Neuralink. Chris Wright. This is Energy Secretary. President Trump got elected to reverse the monstrous malinvestment of taxpayer money spent under Biden. We're going to stop closing existing reliable power plants, and we're not going to subsidize energy that we know will drive up electricity prices. Whoops, excuse me. That's crazy, right?
Trump got elected, of course, to reverse that nonsense. So President Trump got elected, of course, to reverse that nonsense. So the first thing we're doing is stop.
West Virginia said, I need a brain. What? A wearable optimist. Oh, guys. I just had a cursed thought, Karen. A wearable optimist. Okay, so you have like the Xavier like hat, but it has a VR helmet, but then it controls your Optimus maid assistant with realistic skin. So now we have the story this week about girlfriends already coming out. So you combine robot girlfriend with Optimus robot with VR headset with the Neuralink interface. Guys, oh, it's going to be a dark future. Sith Master says would be Iron Man. Okay, fair enough.
Elected, of course, to reverse that nonsense. So the first thing we're doing is stop digging the hole. We're not going to subsidize things that we know their impact is going to be to drive up electricity prices. The one big beautiful bill got rid of a lot of that. We're going to stop closing existing reliable power plants that are essential to our grid. And we're going to bring some common sense back and make it easier to build reliable, affordable power on our electricity grid.
That makes sense.
You make the right point. Look, there's a lot of momentum. Everything in the permit queue right now had to get through the Biden lens, which meant it couldn't be affordable or reliable because they didn't like that stuff. Right. So we've got to get that stuff back in the queue. We're getting shovels in the ground. We're absolutely going to turn this ship. I hope in the next
I heard turn this shit.
few months, not in the next few years. You'll see progress coming very soon.
Guys, that's exciting to hear. Again, always small modular nuclear reactors. Again, liquid fluoride thorium reactors. Again, like any of these new generation nuclear assets should absolutely be prioritized to be built to support our electric grid. If we want to compete with China when it comes to AI, guys, we need more power. We can't get that power from solar, from wind. We can't get it from this nonsense. If anything, photovoltaic over parking structures and on buildings makes sense. It's already space that is blocked. It's not arable farmland. It's retarded, guys, retarded to build photovoltaic cells over arable cropland, which we're doing all over the Midwest right now. It's completely stupid. We shouldn't do it ever. Put them on parking structures, put them on commercial buildings, put them on houses. Fine. You're already covering that ground. It makes sense. But guys, we need to build more nuclear power. We do. West Virginia says, I've been to church for 2 straight months. Heck yeah, my guy. Heck yeah. Glad you could be one of my favorite OGs in this awesome. Glad you have gone to church. God is good. Very true. This is great. I just attended Christina and Shell's Bible study on Sundays. I mean, you can do that. I absolutely encourage everyone to do that. But that doesn't mean you can't also go to church, Karen. If anything, watch the live streams of churches. Like I go in person. I also work at my local church. But when I'm not working, you still go, right? Or watch it online if you can't get out of your house. But just watch church online. We could share a link with you if you'd like. But I just don't want to put it here in the chat because I do attend that church. St. Louis is dangerous. We'll watch our church. We'll send you. We'll DM you the name of the church, and you can watch Sundays, or you can watch my old church. Pastor Mike is also pretty great. Try them both. See what you like. Shell, if you want, actually do me a favor and just DM Karen those two, and maybe Karen can watch online because that's important, guys. It's important. Yeah, guys, we're gonna reverse this nonsense. We need more power. We need things. If we're going to power AI, but the problem is JP's meme here when it comes to AI. Sarah Connor watching the use of AI for everything. It's true. Guys, she's looking real stressed out. People are asking AI to do everything right now. We have Alexa, the voice assistants. Like, oh, God. The fact that you can just have a legit conversation now with Grok is cool. Like, I actually showed my parents that this week. We were going to stay in our deck. And I was like, look, why are you doing the research? Just talk to this thing. We'll ask it. I was like, hey, look, Grok, do me a favor. Cool. Check it out. Give me the highest rated by customer review deck stains that are semi-transparent by brand that are available at Home Depot or Lowe's. And it gave me the results. It gave me a chart. I said, bet. How much do I need to cover X number of square feet of a deck? How long should it take? Boom. Got the results. Just having a conversation with this thing. My parents were just like, guys, it's so much fun. But JP's meme is not too far off. Sarah Connor's getting nervous, guys. Getting real nervous. We're going to get into culture. We have culture, and then we're going to get into memes, guys. We're coming up on it. But rapid response 47, use oil penetrating. I assume you mean penetrating oil, but what are we penetrating, sir? Talk about deck stain? I hope. Or are we talking about those Optimus girlfriends again? Just saying. POTUS officially proclaims Monday, October 13th as Columbus Day. Guys, this absolutely great. It became Indigenous Peoples Day or some other nonsense bullshit. Guys, Monday is Columbus Day again. So celebrate that for our culture. We're doing good. This one posted by Kekius Tees. I had to play this. This was sent to me by our friends here on the channel. Let's just listen. It's so enjoyable. You know what? I'm actually going to move this one to the end because this song will definitely get taken down. So let me move this to the end with the other one, and we will get to that at the end. I apologize. I know that was a little abrupt. I am memeless, West Virginia. I'm a little bit sad, but that's okay. I'll allow it. Male high school student named homecoming queen. Thoughts? Even worse, like the cursed part of it. Yeah, it's like, ugh. Even worse. This person, and nobody put it in the comments. I was hoping to. I didn't get the other story pulled up. But guys, it wasn't that much longer. He has HIV. So good job. You have a dude with HIV is now your homecoming queen. That is probably one of the most retarded things ever. That's crazy, YouTube. And the national anthem, really? Oh, you better believe they're going to take that shit down, bro. Or I'm going to have to split revenue or some other nonsense. Like, I will play it at the end. I will turn off YouTube, and we will play the last couple of videos together. Robbie here with a point. Never forget the wokeness got so ridiculous that it's now an actual news story that Disney is hiring a white actress for a white role after they lost $50 million casting a leftist Latina as Snow White. Go to your favorite Italian restaurant on Monday. Good point, Carrot. Support your local Italian culture. Queen of the Year. I mean, he's basically got AIDS at this point. It's not a good look. Disney's set to hire a white actress to star in its latest reboot after dumping DEI amid woke fury. Guys, this headline looks like they were so pained in having to write it. It is such a loaded headline. Disney is set to hire a white actress to star in its latest reboot after dumping DEI amid woke fury. Like, they are so upset that they had to hire a white person to play a white girl. If they're going to do a live action Tangled, it might actually be okay. I actually just watched Tangled with my kids today because it's actually a pretty good movie. The reboot, they better not fuck it up though, guys. They better not. Oh, God. It's going to be so bad. I already know it is. Hopefully it's better though, since they'll have a white actress. Decolonizing. You got to decolonize this university. Okay. I decolonized it. And now it looks like it would if white people weren't there. Good job. Decolonization complete. Thanks, just posting L's. Top comment. No, that looks too sturdy. Oh my God, guys, the comments are always so good. Gunther with this one. My generation will start a revolution. It's like, bitch, your generation couldn't figure out if they're a boy or a girl. Yeah, you're not going to revolutionize anything. Like, y'all are a bunch of weak pansies. They say they want a civil war. They say they want to fight with the right. Guys, you know not what you're asking for. You don't want this smoke. You don't. Don't do it. It's not smart. Women being awful. Sound advice. A dating hack. This is for my gentlemen out there or ladies who like ladies. But if a girl posts half-naked pictures, she's addicted to male attention. Don't make her your girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Don't want them. Like that. That's the kind of stuff, guys. Like if they are publicly posting on Instagram or Tinder or fucking Farmers Only or whatever, like whatever site you're on, if they're posting pictures of them almost naked on the website, that ain't your girlfriend, my guy. It's not. Don't do it. Don't wife up hoes, guys. Don't. Also, Rothmus, men imposing unrealistic beauty standards on women. Also, men fuck anything that moves. Which is it? I would argue it's this one, because you'll find like Antifa whales that are getting fucked by weird skinny dudes. Like guys will do a lot. Those beauty standards women, they don't come from us. They come from other women and gay guys. The fashion industry, the makeup industry, all of them are run by gay men and women. None of us care. Most of us actually prefer that you don't wear makeup. Most of us prefer that you stop doing the lip injections and all the other just stupidity. Just please stop. Please stop. West Virginia says, which do you think it is, West Virginia? Do you think it's option 1 or option 2? I lean much towards option 2. Option 1 is not us. That's the women, guys. Women are doing that to you. Your female friends are shaming you. The women in magazines are shaming you. Everyone is shaming you. It's not the men. It's just not. This, though, guys, just if you want to feel grossed out, watch this. Imagine this is your girlfriend. Just watch.
Want 5 guys?
What?
Do you want 5 guys?
I don't think I can handle that.
You can't handle 5 guys?
I don't think so.
I don't think we're talking about the same thing.
It's kind of a lot to throw at somebody randomly.
It's just 5 guys.
Okay, well then can I pick them?
Yeah, you can pick whatever you want.
Nope. Okay, well I have some people in mind.
Nope. What do you mean?
Like right there, out. Bye. Like gone. Banished. To the streets.
I have some people in mind. If you're wanting to do this, I have some people in mind. I probably have their numbers in my phone.
Also, huge warning sign, guys. If your girl won't let you go through her phone, she ain't your girl. If your girl has a bunch of dudes' numbers in her phone, she ain't your girl. The fact that she's like, I want to do 5 guys, but I have their numbers in my phone is fucking wild.
It's 5 guys.
Yes, I know.
Do you want... It's the restaurant.
The restaurant?
Yeah, 5 guys.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, look at the top. Her disappointment is wild. Look at her face. She's...
What are you talking about?
The restaurant.
Guys. Definitely don't wife up somebody like that. Like, that's crazy. Kara says, this ain't Burger King. Oh, guys. And here's the last one for culture. Do you have anything long and hard? Yes. The path to enlightenment. The path to success. The path to victory. The path to anything worth anything in life. The path to a good relationship, the path to anything real, anything actually rewarding, the path is long and hard. That's it. If the path is short and easy, It's not a path you want to be on. Put in the work, guys. Respect yourself, respect the people around you. And if there's people in your life that you don't respect, get them out of your life now before they do way more damage. West Virginia says she don't want a burger. She wants a hot dog shop. I've seen that. I've seen that clip. It's pretty funny. But yeah, that's exactly what she wants. The fact that she thought about it for a second and was like, yeah, I know I have a couple of people I have in mind.
Nope.
Bro. Yeah, guys, the path to real success is long and hard. Like, dick jokes aside, it really is. We're going to get into the memes, guys. The memes got a little bit crazy. Gunther, like my guy. This is a white dude for Harris right here. This is a Newsom. I like the hammer and sickle tattoo on the leg, by the way. We're going to the No Kings protest after this, to which his first partner is saying, honey, will you shut up? I need to concentrate. Oh, my God. The soy milk, too. Like, there's so many levels that this is just so good. So good. Gavin, I'm not even sorry, man. You earned it. Gunther also, we need to stop the war in Gaza. Just did. No, not you. Yeah. Yeah. I laughed my ass off already. You're welcome. Yeah, they're not happy about this. Who here thinks, with a show of hands, because I definitely do, she's a grifter. She just went from climate change to Palestine because that was the thing. That was the top cool thing in the news. With the conflict being solved, do you think she's just going to go back to climate change? I do. I think that the grift is going to go right back to climate change. I think that is the new default grift. Whenever there isn't something bigger in the news, they're going to go to climate change. So I think it will be just a matter of time before she is back on climate change, and you won't hear anything else about Gaza or Palestine out of her. It never made sense, guys. Like, it never made sense for the poster child for climate change to just decide at the drop of a hat out of nowhere, I'm now anti-war in Gaza. Like, you're just a professional protester. I don't know why people take you seriously. People take it seriously more when she posts pictures where you see her tits. Like, not even like seeing her tits, but just like her shirt. You can see her tits. Guys, I don't care. Like, she's a stupid child. But she's being used as a propaganda mouthpiece. Kara says it should be Harvey Weinstein. I mean, oh, the one banging her? Yeah, it should be. It should be. She's an anti-Semite. Yes. True. But more than that, she's a propaganda mouthpiece for her parents. Like, you got to remember, her parents are extremist radicals as well. She was brought up to do this role. So just remember that. Guys, the Tylenol memes never get old. They're just so good. This one from Steve Loves Ammo. Good morning, X, from the great Republic of Texas. Trump warned you not to take Tylenol, but you showed him, mom. Guys, the whole Trump derangement syndrome and the extreme lengths. A lady literally like chugged Tylenol, put herself in liver failure, and I never saw the update, but they said she was probably going to die because she had so much TDS. And as soon as they said, oh, maybe it's Tylenol, along with other factors, people started chugging Tylenol like retards. Just don't. Low folate levels and Tylenol and other things, like a multi-factor issue. Diet Coke can strip your body of folates, low folates, because you're like, I want to be healthy. I'm drinking Diet Coke. It's better for me, right? No, it's not. Chemical sweeteners are not better for you. But guys, these memes are so good. Like, it looks like a little baby version of the troll looking thing from Goonies. It's so good. Oh, guys, and then we get into all the rest of the memes. I think every single one that's left is a sombrero meme. So I thought this was a good way to kick those off because there are sombreros everywhere. Guys, the sombreros, the shutdown sombrero memes are so good. Giving out medals now. Yeah, guys, the sombrero memes, they're my favorites. Like, the sombrero memes will continue until Chicago gets its shit together. I said shit. I edited this. Sorry, Sam. But yep, sombrero memes, they're going to keep going, guys. The Democrat shutdown is going to keep giving us more ammo. There's just more sombreros. More sombreros, guys. What do you guys think? I don't know, guys. But I'm gonna check my DMs real quick. Let me see if there's any more sombrero memes, any other memes. Let's see. Any other memes? Karen sent some memes. Okay, we have some Karen memes. Karen, quick history. Who did it? Killed Lincoln, Democrat. Killed JFK, a Democrat. Killed MLK, a Democrat. Created the KKK. Democrats. Lynched blacks. Democrats. Segregation. Democrats. Jim Crow. Democrats. Internment camps. Democrats. Confederacy. Democrats. Called racist. The Republicans. Yep. Yeah, Karen. Make it make sense. It doesn't. It never will. Also, we have this one. No country can survive being ruled by people who hate it. You have Ilhan Omar, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, I think. Oh, God, my brain. Barack Obama, looks like Mamdani, and Karen Bass. I think, am I 6 for 6? People in the chat, let me know. How many of the 6 did I get correct? I believe that, as Ilhan Omar, AOC, Rashida Tlaib. That's the one I'm questioning. Rashida Tlaib, Barack, Mamdani, and Karen Bass. Let me know if I got all 6 right. I think that's all of them. Oh, this one's good. I like this one. This is a good one. Big or small, guys, deport them all. Just remember, guys, just because they're anchor babies and they're born here, they shouldn't have citizenship. But if they do, they can still go home with their parents. If you want to separate the family, that's on you. But when you get deported, take your kids or leave them here. But don't blame us. That's on you. You were the criminal. I think so, too. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the anti-Semite comment. But yeah. ICE. Oh, here's an ICE meme. We're just looking for a better life. So are we. Bye. Yeah. Speaks volumes. Guys, I remember growing up even, we already had the and the Free Palestine, Karen, I already had that one earlier. I'll bring it back up because it is a pretty good one. We already had the signs down by San Diego on I-5 of the family running across the interstate, the little yellow warning signs. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's been an issue for decades. Your president freed Palestine, made them upset, did not get the Peace Prize. Just saying, guys. Somehow, no Peace Prize brought peace to the Middle East. I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, I think that looks like it's it. So we're going to pull this up. We're going to do our little closeout before we close out YouTube so that we can watch the last 2 videos, guys. But check out the website. Go to patriotdad.org. You can go check out the different ways to support me. Check out the live schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 p.m. with the evening update. Saturday at 7 o'clock p.m. for the weekly update. Topic exchange, 8:45 p.m. on Tuesdays. And as they have pointed out more than once, you have the Journey Through the Bible Space with Shell and Christina on Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern. So you can check out the website. You can buy me a coffee. That's one way to support me. You can subscribe there. You can also send individual donations. Every little donation helps, guys. I want to make this show 5 days a week for the evening update and 1 day on Saturday. So that will be 6 days a week. In order to make that happen, I do need to see financial support. I know a lot of you can't, and that's okay. Just share out the live stream. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Rumble channel. Follow me on X. Just show your support any way you can, any way that you can afford to. I greatly appreciate it. We had a wonderful $5 donation from Dr. Gold last night from YouTube. I very much appreciate it. I do think that buying me a cup of coffee would be better. That is a more direct way to support it. YouTube takes like half of the tips. So if you're going to give me a YouTube tip, I appreciate it. But just remember, you are giving like half of that to Google. So I would encourage you to consider doing it through buy a cup of coffee or buy some merch. That's another great way to support me because the profits from that go to support the channel as well. So check that out. You got the Discord channels. You got my business and the business Discord channel. You can also follow me on X, my YouTube channel, my Rumble channel, as well as a little short bio here. So support us. Shell also has a buy a cup of coffee. You can support us both. That's right. Guys, I appreciate you. I am going to cut off YouTube and then we will continue. So thank you, people on YouTube. I see I do have one viewer there. Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. And an evil world, choose good. And I'll see you on YouTube on Monday. And it's saying I can't turn off YouTube. That's crazy. Hang on. Let me pull up. This is why I try not to do things live, guys. Let's turn off YouTube. Come on. Let me turn off YouTube, please. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to risk it for the biscuit.